Davey Coombs, the sort of dawn of all in America here?
No, I'm just a guy who works hard.
And loves the sport, obviously.
Loves the sport, and I get to play motocross every day.
We're here at the Motocross of Nations at Redbud. But there's a new exciting couple of Tier 3 races coming to America in 2023. Super Motocross Championship, World Championship. Can you tell us a bit more about that and how it came about?
Right before COVID hit, we had been talking to Feld about working together closer, having a common rule book, making it easier for the teams, and then COVID hit. And rather than talking about something new, we started talking about having a safe to race task force, because we knew that we would not be able to get the racetracks open again, the stadiums open again, get the teams back out there, keep the sponsors and keep everyone happy unless we work together. And if you remember, we ended up backing the Nationals up so that Supercross could back up. We ended up working together to get that 2020 championship in, and then we got the 2020 motocross in. But in doing that work, we started talking about, well, what's after COVID? What's next? What do we do? And they decided, that it was time, after 20 years of not being able to, expand Supercross internationally, because it just doesn't really work. At least not the way it's always worked. You know that. There's, so they decided not to do the FIM thing anymore, so that we could get a common rule book. And then the next logical step was, well, what if we came up with a new championship? We want to work on a project together, but motocross is working great. Supercross is working great. You have your thing, we have our thing, but what if we went together and found something in the middle, something new? Like, the concept was like, why can't one plus one? This whole thing started in 1972, Supercross at the LA Coliseum. What if we did an event there? But would it be a national? Would it be a Supercross? And then, Dave started thinking, well, our sport doesn't have a playoff. Everything else, from NASCAR to football to baseball, basketball, hockey, everyone has a playoff.
That's what everyone watches too.
Yeah. And so if we went together and did these events, what if we made it a third championship, like a bonus thing? And so the next thing was our TV deals came together for 2023 and beyond. That lifted the water, and it's like, so let's expand just a little bit and do these 3 races in this playoff. All 7 of the OEMs, I don't want to say bought into it, but they all agreed to come and participate, and everyone's excited. It's not going to change what Supercross is right now. The Monster Energy AMA Supercross champion is going to be the best Supercross rider in the world. And the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross champion, they'll be the best of the guys in that series. Those series don't have anything to do with each other. It's this third thing. We'll take points from each to seed the guys, and then the ultimate thing is to have $1 million.
So they'll all not race together in all 3 races? There's like 2 semi-final and final?
They'll race together in the 3 rounds. It'll be a playoff. What I'm saying is that Supercross is its own standalone championship. We're not messing with the integrity of that or pro motocross. It'll be no different than it's been for 50 years. But we haven't had a new championship in America for a long time, and we thought that a short, cool playoff style, unique facilities, and so far the reception's been great. So
you guys have to qualify for that, as you mentioned?
Yes. We'll take the points that you have from Supercross and Motocross to seed the top 20, and then we'll take 10 more.
It's 450 or 250?
Both.
Okay.
Both. They're 2 classes.
2 separate classes?
Yeah, it's 2 separate classes.
So how does the Jeffrey Hurlings, Tim Geiger product, can they get into that?
We haven't got to that point yet. Right now it's just focused on the AMA Supercross Series, the AMA Pro Motocross Series. What we want to do is, we know the time of it, they'll still be finishing the FIM World Championship, and we don't want to have a situation where we're messing with MXGP and what they have going. But maybe if this works, maybe down the road we do something after the Destinations. But right now that's where we are. And David Luongo and I are working on some really cool thing. It's not going to happen in 2023 because there's things to work out, like how it would work. But I can tell you, we are both extremely excited, and
something I've always wanted.
Something everyone's always wanted.
It's going to be,
every motocross fan has wanted. You don't want to mess with the Motocross of Nations. This event works. It's a celebration. It's a convention. It's a reunion, and especially this year, it's wonderful because this is the first time we all got back together after COVID. And you know, I know they tried to have an event last year, but we couldn't even get there.
The atmosphere is
it's back.
On Saturday.
Everyone is so happy. It feels like the last 2 years are finally behind us. And anyway. If it could work out a way to not mess with this, but have something totally different, something that would fit into both MXGP and AMA Pro Motocross, that would be more. I mean, that would not be taken away from either. It'd be a second celebration every year.
It sounds like what the whole world's kind of always wanted, so we'll talk about
Jonathan,
that later.
I know, honestly. Eric Gabors and I watched, I want to say it was 2013, but it was the Anaheim Supercross. Him and Sylvan came over to Anaheim, and Rockstar Suzuki was the team at the time, and Davey Millsaps won the race. But what was cool about it is none of us could get in the Knothole Club. Not Sylvan, not Eric, not myself, or Kelso from Rockstar. So we ended up just going up in the stands and buying beer and sitting there. And Eric, you know, who I loved, he was such a good guy. And Eric's like, it is my dream to have a race to bring Pro Motocross and MXGP together at Namur, and one half of the track will be all AMA Motocross sponsors. The other half of the track will be all MXGP sponsors, and we bring the top 20 riders in either class. And I'm like, I think that's a great idea, but it's crazy.
Yeah, I've remember to sort of suggested it to you before, and you've said, in theory, brilliant, in practice, difficult. But
at that time, the relationship between what was Youthstream and MX Sports was very different. And you know, after Giuseppe reached out in 2016 after Majora, we've started working together, and now David and I have become really good friends. And I think we see a lot of things alike as fans. The systems are different. The you know, it is the way it is, and we are the way we are. But that dream, you know, so. When Eric Gabors died, I remember writing in sort of a memorial for him that that was his dream, to have this race. And if we ever did have this race, the winner gets the Eric Gabors Cup. And I'm going to, if this works out, that's what's going to happen.
That'll be awesome, because as you said,
he's someone
joining everything together, and he's part of that in a way as well, despite what happened.
And we've all, as fans, we've all had that thought, but I've never heard it articulated so optimistically and so emotionally as Eric that night, because he was like, you must make this happen. You must make this happen. And I thought, when hell freezes over, you know, but then, you know, things changed for the better, and so we're revisiting that. It's just on the drawing board. There's a lot to work through, but how bitchin' would that be?
It's encouraging, because I think everyone working together is what the sport needs from both.
And that's with us in Supercross now. We have a really good
that always surprised me that it wasn't. I was on the Infos, it was always like that, but obviously it hasn't been.
There were different people involved, and now we all work together in a certain way. We know what Supercross's power is. They take it downtown. They get us, you know, in big stadiums. It's razzle dazzle.
Audience,
and then we are the grassroots, but we're also, you know, we have a big audience, and you know, no one buys a Supercross bike. You buy a motocross bike, and it's like, let us, you know, let's work together. We'll follow in your wake and bring that up, because they tried amateur Supercross. It didn't quite work out, because it's hard to learn Supercross, as anyone knows. Anyway, it'll be cool. All these things, you know, now's a good time. It's like we got a gift when this hard reset because of COVID. And I hate to say there's a silver lining to anything that bad. It was a horrible global tragedy, but it did get us thinking, like, we need to work together. We need to take advantage of the fact that people are getting back to the things they loved doing as kids.
Well, a lot of people bought bikes during that time, even at home, like in Ireland and Britain.
It was banner years. 2020 and 2021 were crazy years for the American motorsports industry.
Advantage of that too, I guess. just on the track, obviously the SMX, the FIM tried, didn't work in terms of fans, but the race day was quite good with all the
one that, is that the one that was in Germany?
Yeah, Hurlings and Dunsey.
Yeah.
Geyser and
Cairoli and
yeah, they all did that.
Yeah.
That track, is that the sort of template you'd be doing, that type of thing, or what? How do you visualize it?
In America, motocross tracks is usually about 2 minutes long, a lot of natural terrain. In Europe, or in Supercross, it's usually less than a minute. Lots of whoops, doubles, triples, whatever. We want to get something right in the middle. You know, a faster, longer Supercross track, or a shorter, more technical motocross track, without the hammer whoops that we have, all that. Is there getting ready to do a moto or another practice?
I think it's freestyle. I hope it's not the first moto, otherwise we're going to miss the start.
Yeah, they're not on the start, they're in staging. Oh, freestyle. There you go. Okay, sorry. Hey, so funny story. You'll appreciate this. I got on a mini bike yesterday, and I went down to the will call down here at the bottom, and there were these 4 Irish guys, and they were enjoying themselves, and they were lost, and they, I could barely understand.
Wasn't the riders?
No,
that's all right.
I think they were the leprechauns in their civies or civilian suits, and they couldn't understand where the actual will call is, which is 3 miles away. And I'm like, I got nothing to do. I'm like, where's your car? And they pointed this blue Dodge Charger, and I'm like, get in, give me the keys. And they're, oh, okay. And they get in the back, and off we go. And I don't think they figured out right away who I was, but then at one point they started, it became really funny because like, I can't believe we're getting chauffeured around. And what's funny is one of them knows Tony Skillington really well, and 30 years ago, Tony Skillington helped me out when I was lost at the Colinchi, Ireland, Northern Ireland 125 GP, and I was like, wow, I just paid it back. Yes. It took 33 years, but I paid it back. And they were hilarious, so I'm going to have a beer with them when I find them later.
Very good.
Pretty cool guys.
A few beers, probably.
A few, for sure.
That's great, Davey. Thank you very much.
All right.